name is Julie Guinand, and I'm a Swiss writer from the French-speaking part of Switzerland. I was born and grew up in a town called La Chaux-de-Fonds, which is a city I really loved, and a city which inspired me a lot. One of my first books, called Hors la loi, Outlaw, is taking place in this quite normal city, and it's a modern Western where a young lady falls madly in love with a young guy, and she realizes that maybe he's not the guy he told her he was. And yeah, so that's a modern Western taking place in this town I really like. And more recently, I wrote another book called Survivante, Survivor. This one takes place in a really small place called Maison Monsieur. It's a place with only 3 houses and a beautiful, wonderful landscape in a forest with a river, and a big house where the heroine is living. She's living alone. And one night she's reading and the light goes off. And first she doesn't really know what's happening, but she can sense that something is not normal. And she decided to write down what's happening in her life. So she starts a journal, and Survivor is her journal when we can follow what's happening in her life. So first the light goes off, and then the internet, and then the cars stop going on the road, and the birds stop singing, and so everything is really bizarre, and she's feeling more and more depressed. And so we can feel her day-to-day life in this end of the world, or which could be the end of her world. And for me, this is quite a personal book, because when I started writing it, I went through a really hard breakup, and I had to write down what was happening to me. I had to write about my feelings and try to make sense of what was really so sad and also distressing. So I also started writing a journal, which inspired this journal. And this was a way for me to also feel the power of literature and writing, because this was quite the best therapy, to write about this, about what was happening to me. And it really helped me. And now I'm so happy and grateful to see that also these books can also help people. I had many very touching feedbacks about this book, that people related to what happened to the narrator, and that it somehow echoed with their own life. So yeah, this is maybe the best thing that could happen, and also the best way to realize that words really mean something and that they can help people. And so it would be so amazing if this book could be translated in English, of course, because well, I would be so curious to see how it could sound, and also how the language could sound, because I chose very modern words and also quite a way of writing which fits the journal. So yeah, that would be an amazing experience to see how it would sound in English.